concerned, is one of the most powerful men in the world, Xi Jinping. At the first plenary session of the 19th CPC Central Committee, which just concluded, Xi was re-elected General Secretary of the party. A career spanning 5 decades, from a youth receiving re-education in the countryside to when his thoughts and ideas were incorporated into the constitution of the 89 million member Communist Party of China. Where do you begin? There's a Confucian proverb that goes something like, firstly, to cultivate yourself, then you need to put your family in order, then you need to administer the country, and finally you can bring peace to the world. This proverb is a really good place to start from, and I'm trying to find out where the roots of his belief were planted. So in the early 1960s, when his father, a communist revolutionary, was vice premier, he was dismissed from office. And this just threw the whole family, the whole Xi family's life into disarray. Xi Jr. found himself in the countryside where he'd gone to work and live alongside the farmers. You know, again, testing his own beliefs because it's a complete life change. So what can I take from this?
You know, no one would have blamed the younger Xi if he chose to turn his back on politics. Yet neither son nor father ever lost their faith in the party.
Yeah, that's so true. So, thanks very much. In a letter to his father, he said he was inspired by his belief in communism and that he would follow his example. He also said that getting to know ordinary people and gaining insight into their situation was fundamental to his beliefs. And he was really determined to join the CPC. After 10 attempts at age 20, he was finally accepted as a member. Family values and filial piety have undoubtedly influenced his leadership style. He really valued his father's honesty, and he said that his father never lied. And that's part of his fight against corruption. In the past 5 years, more than 440 senior officials have been investigated, and more than 1.5 million party members or officials have been disciplined. Being aware of wrongdoings, pointing out faults and correcting them, punishing them only when necessary, can be seen as the flip side of filial piety. These are the hallmarks of a good parent and a good leader. There was no way to avoid casualties in the fight against corruption, and in Xi's own words, it would either be the corrupt officials that would suffer or the over 1 billion upstanding citizens of China. It's hardly surprising which ones he chose. Xi has gone to great lengths to not let the people of China down. In fact, he said the primary mission is to meet the people's needs for a better life. And one example of this is that he's vowed that no one should be left behind on the road towards China becoming a well-off society by 2020. And with 1,500 people lifted above the poverty line every hour in China, the nation looks set to achieve this ambitious goal. Unbalanced and inadequate development is at odds with the people's growing desire for a better life, and he's called this the principal contradiction that's facing China today. Under his leadership, Xi has launched 1,500 reform measures seeking to transform both the party and the economy. Xi is a long-term planner, something that he's developed throughout his political career. He's put forward a 2-stage plan, the first stage of which is that by 2035, China will basically realize socialist modernization. And the second stage is that around the middle of the century, China will become a great modern socialist country. To achieve this, he said China must acknowledge that it's entered a new normal period, which is characterized by more moderate growth. And this calls for a rethink of previous growth models, such as made in China must become made by China. A new model of growth which does not pursue numbers at the expense of the environment is also going to be high on the agenda. Xi has said that clear waters and lush mountains are as valuable as gold and silver, and these valuable assets need protecting. And on the subject of protection, China has another line of defense: the armed forces. Measures rolled out by Xi are already starting to bear fruit, with a more streamlined military and a much higher caliber of personnel. Xi understands the importance of innovation and reform in achieving a battle-ready, competent military that's fit for the 21st century. Xi has said that no matter how much stronger China becomes, it will never seek hegemony or expansion. Xi is working to reposition China at the centre of a new world, with a new economic outlook and new aspirations for its people. And this demanded a return to the core socialist values upon which the nation was founded, so that there is a community of shared destiny, not just for China, but for the world at large. So enter the Belt and Road Initiative, a vast plan to build a trade and infrastructure network that will connect Africa with Asia and Europe and beyond. He's said on various occasions that it's cooperation, not confrontation, that will help the people thrive and prosper. This is one way to bring peace to the world. Xi has said every party member has to stay true to the mission. But what is this mission? After his re-election as General Secretary, he said that the aspirations of the people to live better lives was the main task of the party. And he added that he had no doubt that their lives would improve year on year.